Good morning. I know so many people were ready for me to just drop this podcast, right? 7 steps to level up in the mind of an ant. The Lord instructs us to not be lazy and to work like an ant. So, Proverbs 6, I'm reading from two different translations, but this one right here is the Passion. And it says, Chapter 6, verse 6, when you are feeling lazy, come and learn a lesson from the tale of a tiny ant. Yes, all you lazy bones, come learn from this example of an ant and enter into wisdom. These ants have no chief, they have no boss, they have no manager. No one has to tell them what to do. You'll see them working all summer long. We are not to be lazy. So I'm going to give you 7 steps to level up, but we must work like an ant as the Lord instructs us to do. Now I want you to look this up, right? But an ant doesn't fear. It's not worried about, what if someone steps on me while I'm trying to just gather some food? No, an ant is working and it's keeping it pushing. It just keeps going. So an ant keeps working. It pays off for the winter. Fear does not stop an ant from working in the morning or during the day. I did look something up and I want you to look this up yourself. And I'm trying to find it here. Where did I put it at? Where did I put it at? Okay, I can't find it. But what I can tell you is that an ant, and you can look this up too, an ant is truthfully like a hard worker. It keeps going, it keeps moving, it doesn't get tired at all. Okay. So I thought that was an interesting fact, how the Lord instructs us to work like an ant. And then when you look into like how the ant workers work, they don't stop. They're working all summer long. That's how we need to be. We want to see success. We want to see growth. We want to see growth in our business. We want to see growth in our, like, just progress and growth in our marriage or with our relationship with our children, whatever the case may be, at work, with ourselves, with the gym. You can't be lazy. We cannot be lazy. So I'm going to share 7 steps with you. Now, before I do that, I do want to read a couple scriptures because I do have this written down. So Galatians 6, 9, 10. At the right time, we will harvest a good crop if we do not give up or quit. Don't be lazy, okay? That's what the Lord says. Proverbs 20, verse 4. If you are too lazy to plant a seed, it's too bad when you have no harvest on which to feed. Okay. So if you don't see growth in your life, it's truthfully your fault. You're not doing anything, right? It gets too hard. You want to give up. Can't give up. Proverbs 21, 5. Careful planning puts you ahead in the long run. So I'm going to go ahead and give you these 7 steps. All right. Careful planning puts you ahead in the long run. We cannot be lazy this season. Proverbs 21:25. Lazy people die of hunger because they don't want to get up and get to work. So let's not be lazy. Let's be like the ants. Now here's 7 steps to level up, 7 steps to get to the top. Now, these things I have been doing myself. So I'm going to go through these here. Okay. So the first one, step one, wake up 2 hours before you have to go to work, before you have to go to your first appointment, before you have to take care of your kids, before you have to get your kids ready for school, whatever it is that you do in the morning, wake up 2 hours before you have to get those things done. Okay. And I want you to invest in yourself. I want you to invest in yourself by reading something educational, motivational, or spiritual. Set yourself up mentally to have an excellent day. So when you do this one step, it'll cause you to be more positive, more alert, more creative, and more productive. Okay. That's step one. Step two, rewrite your goals every day. Rewrite your goals every day. By doing this is the process of programming instructions into the guidance mechanism of your mind. So the guidance mechanism of the mind refers to the complex set of cognitive process within the brain that directs our thoughts, actions, and decisions. So write 10 goals. Now I'm going to tell you right now, these 10 goals may be a bit challenging. Every day you're going to do this, right? So write 10 goals. And when you do this, you will continually seek and think of opportunities to achieve these goals all day long. You'll be more focused, more directed, more purposeful, and more determined. Write 10 goals, okay? Every day. I don't want you to go back to what you wrote yesterday. I want you to go ahead and start fresh and write these 10 goals, okay? Number 3, make a list. Set priorities of your work before you start. Okay. So plan every day in advance. All right. And when you choose, okay, so when you do this, you choose the most important thing that you could be doing, the most important thing. And the key to this is to organize your life. And then it's going to double up your productivity. Okay. Again, it's not going to be easy at first, but I'm telling you, if you continue to do these things, it's going to just start flowing. It's going to be a part of like your daily routine. It's like waking up in the morning and brushing your teeth, okay? So, step 4, discipline yourself to concentrate on one thing. Discipline yourself to concentrate on one thing. So, choose the most important thing that you can do each day, then start on it first thing and then work on it till it's 100% complete. Work on it till it's 100% complete, not 50%, not 99%, till it's 100% complete. Okay. Discipline your mind to focus on one thing for that day and work on it till it's 100% complete. And then when you do this, your ability to focus and concentrate, when you develop into a habit all by itself, it'll enable you to also double up your productivity. Okay. So, Galatians 6:4, it says, do your work in excellence. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to it. Focus on one thing. Okay. It's disciplining yourself to concentrate on one thing and for that day and make sure it's 100% complete. Galatians 6:4 again. Do your work in excellence. Step 5. I do this all the time. Listen to educational audio in your car. What you pour into yourself, right? These are gateways, these are entrances. So, what you're listening to, you're feeding yourself. So, if you're constantly like, I'm not saying nothing is wrong with music, right? But if you're constantly listening to music, whatever it is that you're listening to, you're pouring into yourself, okay? I'm just gonna point something out. You ever notice, like, if you listen to this ratchet music or this like violent, crazy music, honestly, just hard, just core, wild music, you kind of like act like that. Music definitely puts you in a mood, you know. Think about it. If you don't understand what I'm saying now, just pay attention. But I do want to truly encourage you to listen to an educational audio. Listen to something that's going to feed you, right? So if you're artistic, right, and you're drawing and stuff, like listen to an audio that can show you how to draw better. I mean, for me, like I love personal growth. I love to learn. I love to understand the brain. I love to read on educate or successful people, successful entrepreneurs, like how they came up. I love all of these things. It's motivating for me, it feeds me, and it helps me, but it also helps me help others like you. Okay. And I just want to point this out there. When you turn well, when you do this, it's almost like going into school, truthfully. It's like I'm going to college and I'm getting this education. It's equivalent to that. Okay. So turn your car into a university on wheels, right, is what I like to call it. All right, step 6. After you complete these things, right? Step 1 through 5. Step 6. I want you to ask yourself 2 magic questions. I don't really like the word magic, so I want you to ask yourself 2 questions, okay? After whatever it is that you do, okay? So for me, like if I'm having a coaching session, I'm gonna ask myself 2 questions. The first question would be, or if I'm doing like a just if I'm speaking, whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm asking myself 2 questions, and I want you to ask yourself 2 questions too. So, what did you do right? Which forces you to think and recall on the correct things that you did. And then I want you to write it down. Okay. And then number 2, what would you do differently? Which forces you to think through different ways to improve. These are two important things, okay? And I want you to write them down, okay? You program yourself to perform even better next time when you do this. So this is truthfully one of the fastest and most powerful exercise in personal growth and development. So I really, really, really want you to do this. Answers may not come quickly, okay? And I'm telling you right now, this, when you're first starting this, it may take a moment, but that's okay. The more you do it, the more it'll just start to flow, okay? And sometimes it may be a bit challenging, but don't give up. Remember, the Lord says to not be lazy, okay? Um, Step 7. This is also an important one. Treat every person you meet like $1 million customer. They will return the favor, and they will return the favor. Start off at home. Oh yeah, that was an example. So for me, I put down start off at home, right? So everything starts off in your household. So treat everyone like $1 million customer. Love everyone, right? Treat everyone as if you want to be treated that way, right? And I say I start with my household. I start with my children, right? And for those of you who have kids, you know your kids can drive you crazy, insane, but you still treat them with so much love. Treat them like the $1 million customer, because again, they will return the favor. They'll tell people about you. They'll refer people to you, right? So if you're doing hair or anything like that, or nails, lashes, I don't know, like if you are artistic, if you're out there like doing these little cute little parties, like little birthday parties and things like that, treat people with so much love and care, because they will return the favor, okay? So that's 7 steps to level up. Use this, make it practical. I have a notebook, right, where I'm constantly writing my things out. I'm writing my things out. I'm writing things out. It's so good to write it out on paper. Follow this to the T, and I promise you, you will level up. Okay, those are the 7 steps to level up. Read Proverbs 6, life lessons. Start with verse 6. Let's follow what the Lord is giving us. He's giving us instructions on not to be lazy, and I've given you 7 steps to level up. So you guys enjoy, and I want to know about your growth and your success. So please send me a message, because I would love to hear about it, okay? And you have a blessed day.